We are still here, Saturday, last day, RPT convention in Houston, Texas, 2026. I'm joined by John Browning. He was a Republican candidate for House District 88, way up in the Panhandle. He is one of many people from the Panhandle that's come all the way down to Houston to be a part of this process. John, what did you see? You were on the campaign trail for a good long time. You talked to voters all over a enormous district. How many counties are in that district, and what are the issues that y'all are bringing from the Panhandle to Houston for us to address this cycle?
Thank you for that. And by the way, thank you for Texans for Physical Responsibility for joining me in my campaign against Ken King, the most liberal Republican in the House in Texas. So on the campaign trail, we've got 19 counties in District 88. 19.
Big district.
And the most important topic that we have is water.
Yeah. Hearing about that an awful lot, John,
and
at convention here.
Absolutely. And water is something that I have been passionate about since day one. We need to clean it and bring it. We need to clean up salt water from our oil fields and utilize it for agriculture or other purposes.
Yeah.
And we need to bring new sources of water from outside of the state to Texas.
Yeah.
Guess what? Texas has opportunities to do that. And thanks to this campaign and thanks to what's going on with the help of Senator Perry and Senator Sparks and others, we're going to continue to work in that direction. So
yeah, I was on the LP committee, so the Legislative Priorities Committee. There's a huge omnibus legislative priority about infrastructure, securing and hardening our grid, securing water, and making sure our water is protected in the state. Infrastructure is a huge issue, but there's many others too. One of them that comes up, you mentioned Ken King, chair of state affairs, responsible for killing a lot of really great conservative legislation last session. And one of them is the talk of the town here at convention, and that's banning taxpayer-funded lobbying. So I think we're going to see that become a legislative priority again. Is that something you're hearing about back in your district too?
So absolutely. Taxpayer-funded lobbying has got to come to the forefront of our topics. Now, our local small governments need that taxpayer-funded lobbying, they think. The problem is our school districts are using that against us. We're paying tons of tax dollars to our school districts, and they're using that taxpayer-funded to hurt us.
And kill conservative reforms, fighting taxpayer accountability for government, for the taxpayer, and for families, affordability issues, everything else. Property tax reform, another big one. Property taxes ranking pretty high up there in the Panhandle of Texas too.
Absolutely. So
I think most people consider that like a suburban issue, but the truth is there's older folks, retired folks, and a lot of people on fixed income in the rural parts of our state. Property taxes hurt them too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one of the most interesting things about it is I went in to appeal one of my property tax valuations, and they had no comparable sales to base the 400% increase.
Good grief.
And so we have got to find ways to rein in that. And, abolishing property taxes would be a great start.
Yeah, for sure. Eliminating property taxes appears to be one of the top 8 that delegates will present to lawmakers shortly. We'll vote on legislative priorities and platform later today. What are some of the other issues that you're excited to be championing, that you hear from voters on the ground and you've heard delegates talk about today that get you fired up, John?
So really, I am so passionate about protecting Texas children. And Vanessa Sivage was with me in the district recently in May.
Yeah.
And we traveled through telling people the story about how we can protect Texas children.
Vanessa Sivage, of course, a whistleblower exposing different like Medicaid dollars that were going to transitioning kids. So kind of a waste, fraud, and abuse situation, but also an abuse of our kids, permanently mutilating our kids is something that the Texas legislature has taken steps to prevent from happening. Why is that such a near and dear thing to you, John?
The Bible talks about the shedding of innocent blood. And whether it's through abortion or whether it's through mutilating our children, we've got to stop the shedding of innocent blood. And so if we take our scriptures as truth, we should abide by what the commandments that God sets before us. And so that's why I'm passionate about it.
Your faith is a big part of your campaign when you ran for House District 88. This is John Browning. He was a Republican candidate for House District 88 up in the Panhandle, the furthest part of Texas from where we are, Houston. But lots of people from the Panhandle down here participating in this process. We're going to vote on platform. We're going to vote on legislative priorities here in just a few minutes. We'll have more coverage of that coming up soon. John, maybe a parting word for delegates here in Houston and the folks watching back at home?
I just want to thank those that came out in support of me during the campaign. We got really close to taking one of the biggest rhinos out of the House.
Yeah.
And, we got 46.5% of the vote. Representative King has proven over and over again through his voting record that he's just not a conservative and didn't pay his dues to the Republican caucus. And so for those reasons, I'm thankful for all of the support that folks throughout the state have given me in my district and also through Texans for Physical Responsibility.
Conservatives are on the move, on the rise. Everybody here at the Republican Party of Texas Convention is in a spirit of unity. We've got a great ticket of candidates, and perhaps John will be on another one in the near future. Stay tuned. Excuse me. Stay tuned. We'll be having more coverage from right here in Houston, Texas at the 2026 RPT Convention coming up real soon. So stay tuned. We'll see you again.